I'm Anna here with another segment of Vocalist News. This week I'll be talking about Ed Sheeran's soaring album sales, a special concert honoring the boss, K-pop's potential invasion of North America, and a new development in the world of music distribution. And of course, we also have our music vocal tip of the week and our business tip of the week. Back in 2013, Bruce Springsteen received the MusiCares Person of the Year award, and in honor of this, a special tribute concert that featured some of big artists performing some of his hugest tracks took place. So, for example, they had Mumford & Sons taking on I'm on Fire, John Legend delivering a heartfelt version of Dancing in the Dark, Juanes spicing things up with a Spanglish version of Hungry Heart. So it was a really cool concert, and other huge performers were Patti Smith, Tim McGraw, Neil Young, and many, many others. So now, if you missed the concert back in 2013, a televised version was shown on December 5th on PBS, and the concert is also available on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital download. The MusiCares Award, by the way, is presented annually by the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences to successful musicians who are recognized also for their charitable work and their charitable contributions. The very first award was bestowed to David Crosby in 1991, and since then some winners include Elton John, Luciano Pavarotti, and Barbra Streisand. British singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran's album Multiply has become a million seller in the UK, raising him up to the ranks of Adele and Emily Sandé. The official charts company has reported that Multiply was at the top of the official album chart for 8 straight weeks upon its release on June 20th, 2014, and it's the UK's fastest-selling and longest-running #1 artist album of the year. By the way, Sheeran's debut album, Plus, also sold over 1 million copies within the first year of its release, and that was back in 2011. Just a few days ago, Sheeran also released a new track covering Floyd Vance's Make It Rain, and it's flawless. It's the bluesiest tune that Sheeran has done or covered so far, and it really shows off his raw voice, his amazing range, and it's definitely worth checking out. In our last issue of the Vocalist magazine, you might remember we featured an article about K-pop and the various traits of the genre that is really successful in South Korea. So there's a K-pop girl band called 21, and they've been incredibly successful. They've won a multitude of awards, they've sold millions of albums, and they've toured worldwide. And one of their members, CL, is now on her way to breaking into the US market. Back in October, 21's record label YG Entertainment announced that CL will be making her debut as a solo artist in the US in the spring of 2015. Her manager will be none other than Scooter Braun. He also manages big names like Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, The Wanted, and another South Korean artist, Psy. So we do know that CL will be collaborating with Skrillex and Diplo, 2 DJ producers that she worked on in the past on a track called Dirty Vibe. It's an awesome track, kind of EDM meets K-pop.
Yeah, comma is looking for you. What you gonna do when they come for you? Comma is. Hey.
So as you know, artist compensation has been discussed a lot lately, especially after Taylor Swift pulled her music from Spotify. It's something we covered a few episodes back if you want to check it out. Well, now the online music store Bandcamp has announced a new model that will let artists set the price at which to sell their music, and it will give artists the freedom to set the terms for their subscription services. So what does this mean? For instance, artists will now be able to set the price for subscribing to them, and that will give fans access to their music, of course, and perhaps some exclusive songs, exclusive content, perhaps a few personalized messages from the band. The perks really will vary depending on what the band wants them to be. So by subscribing, fans will also be able to download the band's music just as if they've purchased it, and artists will have the option to release new music to the subscribed fans temporarily or even permanently, which is interesting. So why does Bandcamp believe in this system? Well, in an interview with Virgin.com, the Bandcamp chief executive said, "The whole motivation here is that when you get to a point that you love an artist, when you go from liking them to being a real true fan of theirs, at some point you just want everything they make. You just want to support everything that they do." So it's pretty cool also that Bandcamp will only be taking 15% of the artist's revenues. That hasn't changed. So a lot of the comments from users have been really positive so far, but tell us, are you a Bandcamp user, and what do you think about this new initiative? Lyra, a phenomenal South African artist who we interviewed in our fall 2014 issue, is on tour. So far, she has announced shows throughout South Africa, but be sure to follow #LyraLive and check out her official website to catch any upcoming shows in an area near you. This week's vocal tip of the week comes from Jeannie Deva, a voice teacher who's been featured on E! Entertainment and who's worked with vocalists like Patty Griffin and Amy Mann. So be sure to click on the full link to see the full video of where she talks about choosing the right song for auditions and competitions like The Voice and America's Got Talent. That's it for this week's Vocalist News. I'm Anna. Be sure to let us know in the comments what you thought about the topics this week, and let us know if you have any topics you'd like us to cover. And also follow us on Twitter, Facebook. We'd love to see you there. Wishing you a great week. Bye. This week's business question of the week for celebrity interviewer Malik Shahid is the following. Malik, has streaming killed the album?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Malik Shahid, and welcome to Music Business Tips 101. Today we have a question from Eva from Cincinnati, and she asks, do you think streaming music kills music sales? Okay, so this is twofold. If you're an established artist, I feel that there's no need to have people streaming your music for free, okay, because you're already established and your goal is to sort of get sales also. If you're an up-and-coming artist, I feel that streaming music is not a bad idea, but how do you exploit it? If you just let people stream your music and you get nothing out of it, I think it's a bad idea. But if you're able to exploit it and get sales through iTunes, if you're also able to get touring, sponsorship, create partnerships, build your brand, build your hype, I think it's a great idea. Again, as an up-and-coming artist, you have to find ways to exploit this. So let's say someone is streaming your music for free, you know what I mean? You have to find ways where on the stream, they have your website. There's an iTunes icon where they can go click and purchase your music. There's an email if people want to hire you to do shows. I think this is the way to go if you're going to let people stream your music for free. Because you want to be able to avoid the word free, and you want to be able to get something out of that freeness. So yes, I feel if you're an up-and-coming artist, streaming your music for free is a great way to get your name out there, get your brand out there, to create new entities, to create new partnerships and meet new people, and also, hopefully, to get an opportunity to tour and do shows so you can make money and sell your products. If you're an artist that's already established, I don't feel that streaming music is right, because this gives people a reason not to buy your album. You're already established, so there's no need for you to stream music for free. If you have questions, please feel free to hit me up at Malik Shahid on Twitter or Facebook, and I'll gladly answer your questions. Have a great day.